Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today, we're going to talk about Doran and his glareness. Love the fulls, love the from the vaults. Y'all know that. Obviously, Doran here. I guess this color is called. This color combination is what is that? Obzon? I don't know. I didn't get an Obzon crayon in my Crayola box. So anyway, Doran, three colors, 0-5. Everybody asphytes. So it's really good. Tree Folk, pretty good, but that's kind of not the route I went with it because when I saw him the very first time, and I think Lorwyn, the first card that I thought of was Jagger, Rolling Stones. Now, the updated wording on Rolling Stones is your walls can attack as though they did not have defender. So it doesn't work on your non-wall defenders. So that being what it is, I thought Rolling Stones, I was like, well, we're going to do some walls. So first and foremost, we go back to the OG walls. Living Wall, 4 mana, 6 butt. It regenerates. 3 for 7 is not bad. Yeah, it's vanilla, but hey. Another regenerating wall. Flying walls. Then, of course, the Shield Sphere, because, wow. Wall of Shards. This is actually a great political card in addition to a 2 mana, 8 power dude. Wall of Omens draws you a card. Wall of Roots is your mana production or, beater. Archer's Parapet, and of course, Overgrown Battlement. Those are the only walls I am running. As another form of redundancy, Assault Formation, because it can point out creatures with Defender and to make them lose it, so that's fine. The Primal Rage is going to give them all Trample. Now, the Guardian Zendikon is, it turns your land into a, I love the fact that it says wall creature, so that Rolling Stones really works there as well. Now, Momentous Fall kind of seemed like an auto-include because you're drawing equal to its toughness. Tower Defense is your, man, this is +5 in reach. This is nuts. Let's go through the 4 equipment. These are the equipment you would expect there to be. Spider Silk, a Quarter Shield, Slagwood Armor, and a way to protect Mr. Doran himself, giving him Shroudy. Let's do some utility cards. Now, Putrefy, Mortify, Anguished Unmaking, Creeping Mold, Desert Twister, Diabolic Tutor, and Harmonize. Oblivion Ring, Battle Mastery. These are all cards that are just good in, the colors. So, Brave the Sands, also really good. I'm going to actually try to do something with Brave the Sands with the Exert creatures at some point in time, because giving Exert creatures vigilance is sick and twisted. Now, something else I've done here. Righteous War. Doran is both black and white and giving him protection from both. And now, granted, this is all creatures on the table, but I like Righteous War. Doesn't see enough play. Oh, and by the way, this is on the list. This is a reserve card, so they won't print this again. But you know what? This is not a real dangerous card to reprint anyway, except for the fact that they steer away from protection now. Anyway. Dune Blast. We're going to kill everybody but Doran. That's how it works. And then since we've got Doran left, we might as well make him fly. And, you know, a slightly bigger butt. So the Scale Lords, creatures you control, toughness 4. This card was made for this deck. And Vigilance. So sweet. Dusk to Dawn. Now, granted, this does hit Doran, but you're probably not doing it because they probably at this point have dealt with Doran, but this is really, really good. Oh, no. I read this wrong. My bad. Power 3 or greater. There's not many cards in our deck that this will kill, so it's really, really good. And then the Aftermath version, all creature cards of power 2 or less, graveyard to hand. And then back in the day, we had Retribution of the Meek. Now, granted, this is also on the reserve list. Berry is destroy without possibility of regeneration. Very flavorful word. Wish they'd bring it back. Now, let's go to our creatures. Birds of Paradise, got to have it. And, you know, hey, it actually can swing for 1 if you just got to do it. Loxodon Gatekeeper makes enemies quickly. The Ram, Leotu. Now, Dancing Scimitar. Oh, I should have used the original art. Dancing Scimitar is a 4-mana 5-beater that flies. So this is one of my favorites there. Silklash Spider, because it can also kill flyers. Now the Cobra, that's right. 4-mana 5 with Death Touch. Ishkanah. I mean, Ishkanah, y'all. So I did put a couple more spiders in there just in case. You know, the giant spider from way back. And the Spore Cap. I think that's it for my spiders. I've got the Vampire. 2/4 flying. Flying is so appealing. Now, using the Sorceress Queen, I like the Sorceress Queen to it vastly in this deck with Doran or Assault Formation on the board. It vastly influences combat math. Now, Vadiel Doll also does, but I think I've only got one Vadiel Doll or 2. Anyway, all that I've got are in use. So I get another Vadi, I will definitely put it in, maybe in place of something like the Perimeter Captain. This guy, just the, I don't know if I'm ever going to tap a whole bunch of dudes to gain life, but that 8 toughness there kind of, you know, attracted me a lot. Phyrexian Walker, because this seems like a good play. Palace Guard blocks any number of creatures. Primordial Sage does double duty here. It's got a higher toughness, and you cast creature, you draw a card. Oathsworn Giant just, you know, feeds oatmeal to your team so their butts get bigger. Karametra is our ramp. Yeah, I had to do it here. I mean, you know, we're not really casting our Eldrazi from outside the game, but he had to be in there. Aurum, because she's a 1/3, and she can taps to prevent 3 damage. So this also messes with spells and combat. I mean, Aurum's really good here. Autochar and Worm. It's a 9/14, so I mean, I kind of had to do that. Now, Tree of Redemption. It's really, really sick, really, really quick. Especially if you have some life gain to where, yeah, you go to 13, but you can pick some more life up. Because the idea of this thing with your assault formation, removing that defender and swinging for just, what was your life total worth of damage is sick. Needless to say, I am running Rogue's Passage in the deck. You also saw the Whisper Silk Cloak, and Tree of Redemption led me right to Tree of Perdition, which led me to the last card of Triskaidekaphobia. Now, that is what I have got for Doran. I've had Doran for a very, very long time. I tweak him about every time we get like the Trisk here and the trees. Doran's one of those decks that you kind of always keep your eye out for cards. And you go, oh, that'll be perfect Doran. But anyway, I do appreciate you watching. Y'all let me know what you think. But right now, we're going to shuffle and cut, but we're not going to cut down any trees.